friends, my name is Victoria and this is the second video I've posted this year, so I guess you could say I take this YouTube thing pretty seriously. So yes, it's been a very long time since I've been here, although I did establish in the last video that I'm not going to have a consistent schedule, so be happy I'm here at all. I tried to make a video the last time I was home for Thanksgiving break and it was really bad. I gave up like 10 minutes into filming because I realized you wouldn't like it. But today I'm trying something that I think is maybe a bit more enjoyable. I'm gonna be showing you guys my CD collection. If you didn't know, my physical music collection is one of the most important things in the entire world to me. I have vinyls as well, but I'm not gonna get into that today because it's a whole thing and I'm not ready yet, but my CDs I have been working on for a very long time and I think I have a really good collection going. I've wanted to do a video on it for a while, but I kept putting it off, but I realized that like it keeps getting bigger and it's going to get to a point where I'm not going to go through it all in one round very cohesively. So I figure I might as well do it now. I'm just going to go through everything I have right now and it might be kind of fun. Since I have so much, I'm not going to give everything like the same amount of length of talking. I'm trying to say I'll go through some things quicker than others, but I'm essentially just going to go through this in the order I have it. I'm going to tell you now, whatever you think the order is, you're wrong. I have a very specific order in my head. I'm going through it for you left to right. You won't get it. I get it, you won't get it. Okay. So let's start. First up, we have Panic at the Disco, Pray for the Wicked. This is one of the earliest things in my collection, which I'm hoping will help you forgive me a bit. I wasn't aware of a lot of things at the time. It's not terrible, but I liked their earlier stuff better, and I liked when I was peacefully oblivious. Moving on. I also forgot to say I got that at Target. I'll tell you where I got these from. Anyways, next up, Don't Smile at Me, Billie Eilish's EP. This was a Christmas gift, I want to say, from one of my friends. I know it's her earlier stuff, but like I quite enjoy a lot of this and I'm glad I have it. Next, the Lizzie McGuire movie soundtrack. You're gonna learn very quickly a lot of the CDs in my collection are from a very kooky store that is a very far drive from my house, but I go any times I can force my parents to because I think they have some of the strangest and unique things in the world, including this. I love this movie and I like this soundtrack and slay. Every Day is Christmas by Sia. Unfortunately, this is probably the best collection of Christmas music ever and also one of the best albums sonically in the entire world. It was produced by Greg Kurstin, who also made another one of my favorite albums, The Battle at Garden's Gate. So yeah, I hate to say it, but I do listen to this sometimes. Oh, I forgot to say where I got the Every Day is Christmas album as another Christmas gift from one of my friends in middle school. Next, Positions, Ariana Grande. This I got myself, I think, at Target. I think Ariana is amazing and this is very good. Next, Red, Taylor's version. I got this as a birthday gift from two of my friends, although they had to call another one of my best friends to ask which CD they should get me when they were buying it, so I guess it's from her too. But very, very wonderful. I didn't get like really into Taylor until a lot later in her career, so when this came out I actually had never heard Red in its entirety, so it was like kind of fun to like have this new music. All Too Well, the 10-minute version, is a masterpiece and I pray none of you ever have to feel it in your heart. So yeah. Sour, Olivia Rodrigo. I also got this myself at Target, which is why you maybe don't recognize the cover. I've spoke about it on here before, but you know, I love Olivia and I think for someone's first album to be this insanely good on the first try is unreal, but like God, just a masterpiece in every sense of the word, and I can't wait for her to release new music because I love Olivia. Next, the Cars soundtrack. This is from the same place as the Lizzie McGuire CD. I'm probably just gonna call it the Kooky Store because it is a little kooky. This is a case where like I not only love the movie, but I think the music is phenomenal. I've mentioned it before, but like McQueen and Sally, one of the best songs in film ever, and can't go wrong with Life is a Highway, so yay. What's this, you ask? The High School Musical 2 karaoke series CD. Yeah, from the same place as, you guessed it, the Kooky Store. I think it's great because I obviously love High School Musical 2. You can watch my High School Musical 2 video. Actually don't, because that was like my first video ever and it probably is not good anymore and I probably looked dumb. But I love this movie. And right after that, High School Musical, the concert CD. I think a lot of people don't even realize this existed, but it did happen. Pretty cool. And if you didn't know, from the same place as the other ones that are of this nature. Next, a very Darren Christmas. This is just Christmas music from Darren Criss. I ordered it online in the summer because he had a sale on the signed editions and I just kind of wanted his signature, so cool. The Marry Me soundtrack. Part of the issue with like me being gone so long is I don't remember what I've told you and what I've told the people in my head, but Marry Me is one of my favorite films of all time. I think it's a masterpiece. And aside from the movie being amazing, the music is genuinely great because J-Lo is. I think the only thing that would have made this better is if, you know, if Owen Wilson was singing. But yeah, so good. Watch the movie if you haven't. I love it, and I got it at Target. Greta Van Fleet, Anthem of the Peaceful Army. Spare me the time and just go watch my Greta Van Fleet video because I have one where I talk about only them. That's how obsessed I am. This was a Christmas gift last year from my wonderful parents because they knew I was obsessed. It's just amazing and yay. Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. I got this at a record store kind of near where I live. I think it's a good album. A lot of the songs on this they sang on Glee, so who am I to complain? And that leads me to the next set of CDs I have to get. I'm getting them from my room in increments. So this was stack 1 and my next one is gonna have some Glee in it, so I'll be back. I have the 9 Glee CDs I own. I think it's the greatest thing on the planet and I am just so happy all the time. All of these CDs except for 2 are from the same Kooky Store. They're genuinely the only place I've ever been able to find Glee CDs in person, so all the more reason I love it. But let me just go through what I have. Glee the Music, Love Songs, honestly not their best collection, but very slay. The Journey to Regionals. I got this mainly because I love the cover. This is one of my favorite episodes and I think they look so good, but also the songs here are great. Glee Season 1, Volume 2, Glee Season 2, Volume 5, Glee Season 3, Volume 7, Glee Season 2, Volume 4, Glee Sings the Beatles. I got this one on Amazon. I think it's one of their best collections, even though it's in one of their worst seasons. Glee Volume 3, Showstoppers. This is their best work as a cast. Rose's Turn is on this, which is kind of all you need to know. Just a masterpiece and I love Glee. And then last but not least, Glee presents The Warblers. This is their best music like in general, but it's barely a Glee album. It's kind of just a Darren Criss album with background vocals, but I mean, I think it's a given that every song Darren Criss sang on the show is better than the original, so it's no surprise this is a masterpiece. Those are all my Glee CDs. Next, I have Lust for Life by Lana Del Rey. Honestly, not my favorite album of hers, but it is my favorite album cover, which had a role in the purchase. I got this at like a record store kind of near where I live. Pretty slay. I love Lana. Uh-oh. It's Parachutes by Coldplay. I know why I'm saying uh-oh. You don't know why I'm saying uh-oh. I love Coldplay more than anything, but this is probably like my favorite thing in the world, which is like very telling considering their newest music is like also just amazing. The issue with this album is it's very emotional and like maybe for some of you it's like you can associate one of the songs on the album that like you think is maybe one of the best songs in the whole world to like a very happy memory and like that was like really exciting for you and then like things went like oh and then it's like so maybe it's not like that happy anymore, but like you still listen to the song because you really like the song. That's like a very specific hypothetical. I don't know where that came from. This is a really good album, and that's all I will say. I also forgot to say I got that at Barnes & Noble. Next, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and then Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I am just happy if I'm listening to this. I think these are just phenomenal movies, and I love Harry Potter, and I love the sound of it, and like, So yeah. Last on the stack is Mamma Mia. Can I get through this without crying? No, I can do this. In my high school, I was like a very active part of the theater community. I'm not a theater kid, so don't say that to me. But my senior year musical was Mamma Mia, and it was the last time I ever performed ever, and it's really sad for me because I miss it more than anything, and it was maybe like one of the happiest times of my entire life. Although it's funny I say that because I was also really miserable for a good chunk of it. I played Tanya. If you know the musical, you know Tanya is not the lead, but a big enough deal that like you don't want to embarrass yourself. I didn't think I had the look or the talent or the Tanya-ness of Tanya, and I was like, I would maybe like come home crying sometimes. I don't know, maybe that was a joke. But yeah. So it was hard for me, but also like I loved it. I got to work with people who were my best friends. I got to work with people who would become my best friends by the end of it. Just like the best cast and the best team, and like I love this musical, and like I miss performing so much, and like I'm never gonna do it again because like it's scary in college, and I wasn't that good. I was like just okay, but I did get to a point where like I felt very confident about myself, and I miss this more than anything. That's a very long-winded way of saying I like this album. I think that even if I didn't do the musical, I was already a very big fan of the music, but now I can listen to a song and have like 10,000 happy memories associated with it, which is like really cool, and I don't have a therapist, so let's go. The last stack is here, and so the very first one on it, Evermore by Taylor Swift. This is her best album. And I got it at the same place I got Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. One from the Beatles. Is it called One? I don't know. Essentially, the premise is it's all their songs that went #1, which is perfect for me because I love the Beatles, but I honestly really only like their big songs because I'm a loser. But yeah, has some of my favorites of all time, and I think it's phenomenal, and I got it at the Kooky store. Yay! Next is Speak For Yourself by Imogen Heap. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but this is like severely underrated. I think it's one of the greatest things in the entire world. It sounds like something that would be like really big today, but it's from the early 2000s. And you would maybe recognize some of the things on here because it's been sampled a lot. Ariana Grande sampled Good Night and Go. Essentially, I love this album. I love her, and I think you would like it, so listen to it. I got it at the same place as the Beatles one. Ooh, what's this? It's A Brief Inquiry into Online Relationships by the 1975, one of their greatest things of all time, but also has the 1975 ever released anything that is bad? I don't think so. Did you know I heard them live last week? I went to their concert. I did. But yeah, this is amazing. I think you would love it. I can't play it in the car because it is explicit, but so good. So good. And I got it, I want to say Barnes & Noble. That might not be right. But yeah, yay! This next thing is really exciting because you probably don't even have it. The chances are if you're watching this, you are one of my friends, and so I'm not saying anything new to you. But in the scenario that you don't know who I am or what's going on, one of my friends is a really awesome musician. He's been in a band, but he makes his solo stuff as the son of Avila. And at his very first live show, he had a little merch thing, and he was selling CDs, and I wanted one, obviously, because I have this great collection. And he was like, oh, I didn't think anyone would want one, so like I barely made any. So like very few copies of this even exist, and I have it. And it didn't even come in a case. I actually stole one of my dad's old ones and like put the picture in here, but it's just like such a cool thing to have because like I already think he's so awesome, but I think he can only get like cooler and bigger as time goes on, so it's fun. Nice. Man on the Moon, end of the day. I love Kid Cudi more than anything. This is my favorite album of his. What is there to say other than I love this? I got this at Amoeba Records, which means it was pricey, but so worth it because it's so good. High School Musical, the musical, the series, the soundtrack, season 2. Honestly, I got this because it came with like posters and stickers and stuff that I wanted, but I love the show. The music is good. It's just like kind of a lot of it, but I do enjoy it, so I got it at Target. Next is the Minions Rise of Gru soundtrack. What I admire about this is that they managed to gather some of like the greatest artists in the world and get them to make some of their most average work. That was a joke, kind of. I don't know why I'm being mean, because honestly I listen to this a lot. I love the Minions, and I like the music. Melophobia by Cage the Elephant. I think this is a really good album. I associate it with my kind of like, ooh, I'm different era. It's like, it's a popular album. I'm not that cool, but it is really good. I got it at Amoeba Records and I listened to it a lot. Yay. Harry's House, I got this as a graduation gift this year. So amazing. Obviously not my favorite album of his, but still really good. As it was my most listened to song this year, so I guess you could say I like it. Also, I heard it live. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Unlimited Love. I got this at Target with one of my friends who's also a very big Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. Like, any song from these guys I love, and I love the sound of, and I just think they're so cool. I like their earlier stuff, but this is also so good. I think they're really good. Punisher, Phoebe Bridgers. This was either a birthday or a Christmas gift from one of my best friends. So slay. I love Phoebe so much. I think this is so good, and I'm so happy I have it. Yeah. Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon, The Chosen. Also so good. I love him so much. Also, Phoebe is on this album, which is convenient. Really amazing. I think this was also like one of my most listened to thingamabobs this year, but I love it. Inside by Bo Burnham. This was either a birthday or Christmas gift from one of my friends as well. I have mentioned this in videos before, so like I won't get too into it, but like Bo Burnham I think is just one of the most creative and like smartest people in the entire world, and it's insane how something can be so funny and like so hard-hitting at the same time. I think that if you don't enjoy this, then something's wrong with you, and I shouldn't say that because my parents didn't like it and I like my parents, but yeah, just so insanely good. If you ignored the fact that the lyricism of this is brilliant and like he's a genius, then also like the music just sounds really good. So yes, I love Fine Line. This is maybe one of the best things on the planet. I think this solidified Harry as one of the most genius people on earth. I got this at Target like right when it came out. I would be nothing without this album. I love this album, and it's just so great, and I heard it live as well. Woo! The Battle at Gardens Gate, again, save me the time, watch my video. I think this is the best collection of music maybe to ever exist. I will know what true love is when a person makes me feel the way this album does. That is how perfect it is. And I've heard it live once, and I'm gonna hear it live a second time in March. Yeah, the best thing that has ever happened to me or society. So listen to it if you haven't. I got it at Target. Lastly, Zeros by Declan McKenna. Oh, is that his signature there? Oh, did he sign it? Yeah, he did. Declan McKenna is maybe my favorite musician ever. Heard it live also. I saw him live a couple months ago. Yeah, just so perfect. I love him more than anything. This should have been #1 in the UK if it wasn't for the pesky Rolling Stones, or was it? I don't know who it was. But yeah, I love this album. I love Declan, and he signed it. How cool is that? So yeah, it's at the front of my stack because I need everyone to know that this happened. I love him so much. And that was my CD collection. Woo! This took a long time to film. I imagine it's going to take a long time to edit and probably a long time to watch, so I won't bother you with a very long outro. If you watched this, thank you so much. In a way, this feels like one of my most personal videos just because this is a collection that's like so important to me and everything like tells a story or whatever. I don't know. I'm really excited. I can't wait to grow this. Like, it's something I've been working on for a long time. Yeah, I know it's gonna keep getting cooler. Hopefully I can make another video later that shows my vinyls or like the CDs I get later. I love music and I think it's just like cool to own. So yeah, thank you for watching. Who knows when you'll see me again. I'm not going to tell you anything because I will probably be wrong. Yeah, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You can like or subscribe or any of the things that you want to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you. Bye. And let the record show my sweater has the Peanuts gang. Comment your favorite don't. Okay. Thank you.